What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Friday!
Yay!
Yay.
And, my gosh, it's the Nerd Den. Happy birthday, everybody.
And of course,
Every
the
Friday
return
is-
of your greatest asset.
Debatable.
Yeah,
right. Never mind.
True. I got to thinking you were on that cruise for like a week, and that's a really long time to be away from your van. Like, did you just find a lifeboat or something?
And we did good. We did good.
We did good.
Yeah.
Jesse, he did send me a text. He said he bought an island.
Oh,
Another island.
Wow.
Another
There was a
one.
really nice island that seemed to be available, and something about lots of children. I'm not really sure.
Wow. Good night, everybody.
You gotta have servants, you know.
Servants.
I'm just gonna say first, Andrew Sharper didn't kill himself.
So as Doc mentioned before, I've got a little bit of a new setup going on.
Does it involve like a bear trap or something?
My first goal was to completely gut my entire office and then redo it all over again, which meant moving the computer over here. And
Oh, wait. And I'm being honest here, like genuine. Is that the same room?
yes, but from a different angle.
Oh,
I used to be facing that way.
Oh,
What was
okay.
recording this way? I'm
I
now
see. Those are the
facing-
shelves. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm now facing the window, which means here's a funny thing. When I decided to move my computer over to this desk, which used to be my work desk, it dawned on me that the door is right behind me. Meaning if somebody opened the door and I was recording, they would be on camera.
Right.
So guess what I did? I want to show you guys what I got.
Okay. Oh no.
His
lock?
extra magnified strength binoculars to look out the window while he's working.
Like, what the hell is you were joking, and here he's bringing binoculars, bro.
No, he's got one of those signs that says like recording in progress or something.
Oh,
That's my guess.
now he's talking to somebody.
Recording now.
Show him the sign, Andrew.
Yet he still has his pants hanging on the back of his chair. Stay classy.
My wife is trying to have a conversation with me while I show off my on-air sign.
Oh,
That
Wow.
it glows. And here's
That's
the cool part is I actually have a on-off USB switch in front of my computer and the cable going out the door so that I can, when I'm on, just turn it on and off.
Now, are you gonna put that like above the door? That'd be pretty cool.
No, there's like a little bookcase outside my door. It's just sitting on top of the bookcase.
Oh, cool. Right.
So that my wife and my mother-in-law and anybody else can see when I'm recording, not to come in.
Well, so they'll see that the on-air sign is on, and then they'll just come in to ask you a question anyway.
Yes, something like that.
Hey, Andrew, I know you're recording, but yeah, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. It's got a knob on the side so you can switch it to say pants on and pants off.
Pants on and pants off.
I should have waited till he has headphones on. So
I
he can
know.
at least-
I know. It's,
My mother-in-law actually did say, "Wait a minute, you're going to keep that on all the time, aren't you?" I was like, No. I promised them I would only have it on while I was either live streaming or recording. So
Can you? Is it got a way to change out the placard so you could slide one in that says pants on and pants off?
no, it just sets on air. That's it.
Oh,
Yep. But I actually
That's cool.
I did accomplish something. I've been in this room for going on over 2 years now, and I finally have art up on the walls. Of course, I have no way of showing it to you because the camera I'm using is the one on the computer, and I can't move the computer. So I can describe to you what I have on the walls. Oh, actually, no, you can see from here some.
Yeah.
That is down there. below the handle of the door is the first cover to the first Midnight Shift trade paperback. The image right above it is the first Midnight Shift drawing. Above that is my first published illustration. Over here, across from me, is the first Hero and first Crom illustration. And currently above my desk are two of my double-page splashes from Heroes Book 1 and Book 2.
Cool.
And I still have more room. So I have more room for more stuff to go up. So very excited about finally putting stuff up on the walls.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
Man.
I need to fix up my office too.
Yeah.
Well, the funny part is I told my wife, I said, I'll take, this will be my Monday project. Needless to say, it's Friday and I'm still not done. So
Yeah, I feel you.
There's still too much stuff going on. So
I got a lot of work to do here. I want to get a new desk and, get it like stream ready with all the cool shit. I want little shelves I can put my old G1 Transformers and some of my toy collection on there, stuff like that.
I was trying to figure out a way to angle my desk so I could do what Todd did, where he literally has his desk in front of his bookshelf so that he's sitting in front of like a backdrop of his stuff. And there's no way for me to do that in here. Really, I'd have to put the table like in the middle of the office, which cuts me off from the drawing table. Because what used to be where I used to work or used to have my computer is now my drawing table. It actually has a built-in light table that I constructed, and it's got the camera for recording, and I need a extension cable in order to start recording. But that is Monday's project, is to start drawing again.
Cool.
Monday begins the next step in my world domination.
That's awesome.
Nice, man.
Yep.
Well, congratulations on that, man.
Well, thank you. I did have my the VP of the company that I worked for before, which I don't work for anymore, had reached out to me and wanted to do a goodbye farewell dinner, and it was actually this past Wednesday.
You tell him to fuck off?
No, and we went to a real nice restaurant off of Ponte Vedra Boulevard called 1912 Ocean, and it's literally sitting on the beach. It had 3 stories, and the restaurant was on the 2nd story, and it had an elevator. And I think the reason why I initially passed it is because it only had there was no parking. It was valet parking, complimentary valet parking, which frickin' hey, what the hell do I know about that? But that was nice, and there was a couple of people there from work who it was very nice, and he gave a quick little impromptu speech, and we were reminiscing about the days of beginning at the company and having no idea what the hell we were doing and building everything from scratch. And yeah, it was nice.
Cool.
We had a nice dinner, and I brought, what's so funny, you guys are going to be shocked by this part of the story, but when the meals came, I was in the middle of us telling a story. And by the time I got done with the story, I looked around, everybody had eaten their meals, and I had not touched mine at all.
Because you were talking too damn much.
I was talking too much, and the waitress came by and says, "Anybody need a box?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do." So I literally took like 90% of my meal home. I ate a little bit, but that was it. Everybody
Did you end up having fun on the cruise?
Yeah, believe it or not, we did a little bit of eating, and then we did a little bit of sleeping, and then we repeated.
Eating and sleeping.
5 days straight, nothing but eating and sleeping. We did a lot of sleeping. We got like 9 to 12 hours of sleep every night and napped during the days.
There's nothing like a boat to put you to sleep and keep you asleep in my opinion.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful. And when I put in the original request for the room, we put in handicap accessible because my wife has her chair. And the room that we got had, you guys will get a kick out of this, it had automatic doors. So when you unlock the door and push it slightly open, it opened all the way and stayed open. And it was large enough for the wheelchair to go in, The bathroom was huge. The bathroom was freaking huge. I mean, that was so wonderful. I mean, we remember a cruise that we went on where every time we came to the door, Jen would have to get out of the chair. I'd have to fold it up in order to get through. And there's barely enough room to squeeze our big butts into the bathrooms. But this one was huge. It was great. But here's the funny thing. Inside the room, there were 2 buttons on the wall.
Mhm.
One that opens the bathroom door and one that opens the front door. And we found out the hard way, when you're in your underwear and you're heading to the bathroom, don't hit the wrong button because the door flies open and stays open. Like I said, only did that once. We learned our lesson. But
What did the 12-year-old in the room next door think?
nobody, luckily for me, nobody passed by. It
Oh,
was,
good. Okay, just making sure.
and the door is very heavy and it was very hard to shut manually. You could not just push it close. It stayed open. And yeah, it was a little oops.
It was a little oops.
Little oops. But we survived. But we went to a comedy show, we went to one of the rock shows, and we went to all the dinners and had a good time.
Cool.
And the wife got to spend a little bit of money. And I played money at the casino. I forgot. I got to tell you guys that story. So when I go to the casino, I always have a certain amount of money that I'm willing to lose. And this time it was $100. Now, just stay with me for this explanation, okay?
All right, we're hearing
In
you.
my mind, it makes perfect sense, okay? So I got $100 to spend, which means if I come back $100 short, I'm perfectly fine with that. That's my fun money, right? So the first day I go to the casino, I put in $25 on my card, and I'm playing the digital roulette. And of course, I have a favorite number. And I hit that favorite number on my second spin with a $5 bet. That pays out 35 to 1. So I got $175 on my second bet. Had I been smart, I would have cashed out and walked away and been done with it. But nope, I spent the next 5 days losing all that money that I won. And in the end, I hit my number one time on a $5 bet, one time on a $2 bet, and twice on a $1 bet, which is about $300 worth of winnings. But I lost it all and had a great time doing it. But what it ended up is I ended up putting $170 on my card. But because after I had won, I cashed a little bit out, so I had cash on me. In the end, I put 170 on my card and I cashed out 110, which meant I only lost $60, which means I came home with $40 that I was supposed to lose. So I was up $40. Makes sense, doesn't it?
Sure.
That's right. Dusty understands.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dusty, would you like to tell the story of how you got a computer this week?
Well, no, it's not a computer. It's a
Well, it's a pad. It is technically. a
yeah,
computer.
yeah. It's the new Google Pixel tablet, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm like a degenerate hobo that always finds some way to make shit happen. So it's a $400 tablet, but they offer you a trade-in credit.
Yeah.
And I think they messed up the thing or something because they offer you a $400 trade-in tablet on an iPad 6. Well, an iPad 6 in good refurbished condition on eBay is $99.
Okay.
So I bought a $99 tablet on eBay and traded it in for a brand new $400 tablet.
Nice.
Nice. Good job. Good job.
There's always a loophole. You just got to find it.
Did you ever hear the
I like-
story? Did you
I
ever hear
like
the
when
story
people
about how
play
Todd got
against this guy.
one of his iPads?
Huh?
No.
Did you ever hear the story about how he got one of his?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you not steal one?
No, I know. What are you talking? Steal one? I don't steal anything.
Did you not pilfer one?
Hold on.
Did one not accidentally end up in your bag and make its way to your home?
This kind of changes things, man.
What? What?
Never mind. I guess we're not supposed to.
I
Never
was as an employee of Marvel.
Mhm.
I was charged with a iPad for a project,
Yeah.
of which they never asked for it back.
Hey,
I tried to give it back, and nobody. I literally went to the offices and was like, you know, would you like it back? Where am I supposed to put this? Where are you supposed to keep it? And they were just like, just keep it. I was like, keep it. And they were like, yeah, just take it. I'm like, all right. They may have meant just take it to my desk, but you know, they weren't clear.
there was no underlining, official requirement.
To be fair, I was working on a project, and of course, you work all the time, so I had it at the house. And then when they lay you off, they give you like 2 hours to clean out your desk, and you're not allowed back. So, if they had given me oh well, we're gonna let you go soon or something like that, I would have had time to bring it back. But it's really hard to think about bringing something back when security is going to tackle you. So you're just like, no, I'm just not going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Come on now.
Yeah.
Everybody understands.
So did I show you guys pictures from the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
You did. Do you want to show it again?
No, it's all right. As long as
Nobody
we're
wants
up
to
to
see
date. I was just trying to think. There were so many big things happening for me in the last few weeks that it's very. Oh, by the way, did I tell you I passed 10,000 subscribers?
I think you did, but congratulations.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if you know this or not, Todd. I'm sure you'll figure this out eventually.
Oh my God, this guy.
On Social Blade, when you reach 1,000, they count your new subscribers by tens. When you reach 10,000, they count your new subscribers by 100. So your number of subscribers only goes up if you have 100 new subscribers or more.
Okay.
So, and when you get to, I think it's like 100,000, it only counts by 1,000, something like that. So I'm now in that stage where it only counts by hundreds, which is annoying because I'd like to see a daily number change.
It's probably good. Don't worry about it. It's probably going down.
Nope, still going up.
Well, that's awesome, man. I mean, considering that now that it's your only source of actual income, I really hope it does well.
Well, that led to a funny story. On Tuesday, I'm on a scam call, right? And I'm recording it, and my phone rings, and it's my son trying to call me, so I just ignore him. And the next thing I know, the door was open, and I could hear my mother-in-law talking to somebody on the phone, and she's walking towards my office. Well, apparently, because he couldn't get in touch with me, he called her and said, hey, I need to talk to Dad. It's important. She says, well, let me go see if he's available. Well, because I saw her coming and I heard her talking loudly, I got up and shut the door pretty much in her face.
Good job.
And that's when I decided I needed that on-air sign to, warn her ahead of time.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And turns out he was leaving someplace. Actually, he was leaving Walmart, hit a curb and blew out his tire.
Oh, no.
And could not get the trunk to open, meaning he didn't have any access to his spare or his jack or anything. So he called his dad to come help him out, and I did.
But only after your live stream.
No, after I finished recording my video, did I call him back?
Okay.
But I was in the middle of a recording, guys, and I told him, I said, "You do realize this is one of my sources of income. I have to do it." And he's like, "I understand, Dad." So okay, good.
Oh, he understands. He's disappointed in you, but he understands.
No, I was knocking out the videos today. I got my videos for tomorrow done. I recorded some shorts. Like I have shorts scheduled all the way through the end of next week. I mean, because shorts are easy. Shorts are boom, 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 boom. You knock those out pretty quickly. But regular videos take a little bit more time and a little bit more finesse. You got to keep them on the line long enough to make it worth your while to record a video.
So, just out of curiosity, man, like, how is retirement? Are you actively I mean, it sounds like you're busy, which is good. Are you like actually doing stuff? Like, do you feel stressed? Do you feel nice? Like, what's the deal, man? How has it changed? Aside from just like cleaning your office for once.
The only thing that's been different so far is I actually have slept in till 8 o'clock the last couple of days and not panicked as soon as I woke up. for running late. And no, otherwise everything is still normal. Doing my quick morning daily run to Walmart and picking up anything I need, and then getting back to work when I get home. And actually, I got a scam call starting at 8:45 this morning, like right as I was getting into the shower, and I was like, "This is really weird." But if you guys want to call me, let's do it. Let's do it. So
They called you at 8 in the morning.
8:45, yeah.
So that's your full-time job now, is just taking scam calls.
It's one of my jobs.
I mean, I think it's pretty much your only job.
I got the comic book store,
Yeah.
which is I'm going there tomorrow. Very excited. Oh, hey, funny story. So my sister and my brother-in-law reach out to me and say, "Hey, we got a box of comics for you to check out." And I said, "Okay." So they called the weekend before I went on the cruise. They said, "Hey, you going to come by and take a look at these comics?" I said, "Sure. I didn't realize they had them at their house. So they started the conversation by saying, "This is a buddy of theirs, somebody that my sister works with, who is going through a divorce and has a box of comics to sell." And I was like, music to my ears. I mean, not the divorce part, but box of comics.
Congratulations on your newfound freedom.
So I went and I picked up the box and I brought it to the store and I brought it home and I went through it, and there were some good, decent comics in there, but it was a long box full of a lot of stuff I already either had or just a lot of filler stuff. So I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, listen, I'd offer him this amount." And they said, "Okay, no problem. We'll let him know." I said, "Okay." So in other words, I just put it in the corner and didn't touch it because of the fact that, until I get a commitment that it's mine, then I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to bag and board anything. I'm not going to inventory anything. I'm definitely not going to, mess with anything. So it's been sitting there, sat there the entire cruise, and it sat there all week this week. And I was having a conversation back and forth with my sister. I'll actually tell you guys about it. It was pretty funny. She sent me a picture of the Mother's Day card that she bought for our mother, right? And in the card, whoops, got to go to my sister, not to my wife. On the card, she wrote, "You're the best mom ever. Just look at me. I turned out amazing. Love, your favorite child, Tracy." And she sent me a picture of that, kind of to rub it in my face, right? And I responded, said, "Wow, that's beautiful stuff. Also known as BS." And then she replied, "Went, ha 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 ha. I thought you would this would make you laugh. I know it's going to make her eyes roll."
Andrew, I can honestly say I think I liked you better as a miserable hourly employee.
So
let's make his life suck as much as ours.
So I went out today and bought my mom a nice, pretty Mother's Day card.
Oh shit, I gotta do that.
And I wrote a note. Sorry, Doc. I'm trying to give you guys a heads up.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Sunday. So I wrote her a little note. I'm going to read it to you guys now. It says, "To the greatest mom in the world, from the one child who you have known and loved the longest. You are an inspiration to me, and I love you. Thank you for all the love and support you have given me over the 50 years. Wow. Love always and forever, your firstborn child and heir to the empire, Andrew." So I send a picture of that to my sister, and her response is LMAO, and then she sends a GIF of the chick from Pitch Perfect going boom, and then it says, "She's gonna know you're full of shit." And I responded by saying, "I'm not saying it's a competition, but I won." And then she sends back the one of Chris Evans laughing and says, "Yep, that's what you think. Just wait until she gets the gift from me. That will totally trump yours. Ha ha ha. And she's getting her gift today." And I responded with, "Gift? Who said anything about gifts? I got her a card." And she sends back another image and goes, "Ha ha ha. You can't beat me." I said, "Damn. Guess I'll just have to leave the gift to the better half. She's better at the gifts." And then she's had a gif of somebody dropping a mic saying, "I'm
No,
out."
no. All you gotta do is like ping your mom back and be like, to say, by the way, Tracy wasn't sure what to get you, so I helped her out.
Well, one of the things I was thinking is that she might try to one up my card
Uh-huh.
by going out and buying another card and writing some other type of message,
Uh-huh.
thinking that her message was what I was expecting her to give her, and then so I may go out and buy a second card and write an even more obvious message. And we'll see. We'll see. In case she tries to trump me with the card.
You guys are very strange.
Yeah, we are. But needless to say, I also asked her, I said, hey, whatever happened with the offer I made on that guy's box of comics? Did he accept it or did he counter? And she goes, oh, I forgot to tell you. Yeah, he accepted. No problem. I'm like, well, shit.
It's funny how the artist doesn't think to really trump her by making a handmade, illustrated,
Right.
beautifully illustrated card.
No, I paid
Something
like
she
$5
could-
bucks
she-
for this card.
You could never do.
I paid more.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, she could never top that. If you had that handwritten on a hand-drawn card that's like full color, beautiful illustration, that she could never duplicate. She doesn't
That's
have
right.
the skill.
That
Yeah.
sounds like a lot of effort, though.
If you want to beat her, do you want to win or not?
I
Yeah,
think I've already
pussy.
won. I've
Get your
already-
mom one of those tattoos I designed.
Mm.
Oh dear God!
Please make this happen.
She'd appreciate that.
She would. I think she would. I think she would love it.
Oh, so the other thing that was supposed to happen is right before I left on the cruise, I picked up my new CPAP machine for my what's the thing? Sleep apnea?
Yes.
Yes. Well, I was supposed to start it, and I decided I'm not going to take it on the cruise, so I didn't touch it for the entire week we were on the cruise. And then when we got back, I forgot about it again.
Oh, good.
And it wasn't until like Wednesday when I got an email reminder from them saying, hey, is there a problem? Are you having a problem? Because it connects to an app on your cell phone, which they can see the progress.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been over 10 days and there hadn't been any progress whatsoever. And I'm like, so yeah, I got to use it. I used it for the last 2 nights, but I got to use it again tonight. So little bugger sitting here right here next to me,
Yeah.
keeping me company.
I've just, the other option is to just stop breathing.
I already do that on a regular basis. What are you talking about?
That's true.
You're not the only one.
Yeah. Well, at least I got something to help me with it.
Yeah, it's like everybody, I think.
It looks
Yeah.
a little funny. I got my mother-in-law has one of the masks, one that goes over your mouth and nose, and mine is the one that just goes over your nose. It looks a little funny. You want to see what it looks like?
I mean, it's your funeral, so.
No, that's all right. I'll save that for my 100th live stream on my.
Yeah, great. Tune in live.
Actually, I did a clip of I did an intro video for the live stream where it says on one lonely Saturday night, April 30th, 2022, and then it starts the video from the very first live stream. Hey everybody, welcome to Misfit Corner Scams, and it's like a minute and a half long where I talk about how Todd gave me the idea and I decided to start doing the stream and on a regular basis. And then it says, and then it has the image, it goes gray, and then all of a sudden you hear this noise, and it says, fast forward 99 live streams to May 11th, 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And then is when I'll start the live stream. Like, hey everybody, welcome to Misfit Corner Scams 100th episode. And
That's pretty good.
yeah,
You
So I
should
put a little
hope
bit
you get a lot of. I hope you
effort
get a
in.
lot of super chats for your 100th episode.
no, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I don't ever expect anything, and every now and then they'll throw one at me, and I just it makes me gush.
No, it's gosh.
Yeah.
It makes you gush.
Or whatever,
Dusty, what does that mean?
I'm not sure, but
Am I still here?
Avery, what does that mean when a grown man says it makes me gush?
He probably says the same thing about his van, so I don't really know.
Oh, that I thought of Andrew. I thought of Andrew
Yeah.
when I saw that I'm getting free candy thing. I put in I put in the group chat.
Oh man.
I was
I'm-
afraid.
I sent you a Dora the Explorer
I saw
post,
that
Andrew.
one. I saw that one. I don't know anything about a van with candy one, so
You didn't see that one?
I probably
It's-
I just was afraid to click on it.
It's a person's legs, and they're going la la la, and it says I'm getting free candy, and their legs are in the. You can see they're in the back of a van with a shovel beside them.
Oh fuck.
I was going back through. I have different GIFs and videos that friends of mine have shared with me that I've never actually looked at. And I was going through a couple recently, and there was one from Rommel from it was from St. Patty's Day, where it just has a girl like pulling up her shirt and having her boobs flap out at you. I'm like, damn, I should have saved. If I had realized what I had, I should have saved that for,
You could have saved it.
Yeah.
That would have been fascinating.
it's still on the phone. So,
Saved it for gushing to later.
yep.
Guys, I'm gushing. I'm gushing right now.
When you have no internet on the cruise ship,
How was
Yeah.
it like, not having any internet?
Goodbye,
it
horse.
was fantastic. Like I said, we got a lot of rest. It was great.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, how to work out with that random guy?
Never saw him again. Never saw him again.
Random
No.
guy.
Lost connections.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. He looked Asian. Looked like his name was come some random guy.
Yes.
Some
That's
young
exactly
random
what it
guy.
was.
Oh. So Dusty's gone.
Dusty left.
I can
like-
understand. I can understand.
He just dropped out. Oh, Dusty, no, we need Dusty. Where's Dusty? Oh,
Here,
no.
I'll bring him back.
Dusty.
I'm too sexy for this shirt. Too sexy that it hurts. It hurts. That's not the song.
I don't think that's how it goes.
No,
So,
that's not the song I always picture you singing. For me, it's always "Goodbye Horses."
no, it's I saw the sign and it opened up my eyes. I saw this. I don't know that song either.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do. Shut up.
Yeah, you
Shut
do.
up, Dick. Oh, so needless to say, I've got a long box of new comics over here that I haven't even touched yet. And technically, now that I owed them, now that I've put the money in an envelope to give to my sister later, so technically I own them all now.
What?
I made an offer. Turns out he accepted. So once I put the money aside for him, then they're mine.
Okay.
And I have another guy coming into the store this week, maybe, hopefully, with some comics. So we'll see. Dusty, you were missed. I think
Can't
you're
hear
muted.
you.
Cool. Here I am. I'm here.
So what did you do while I was gone? Anything interesting, Dusty?
No.
No?
I sat right here and I worked.
Yeah? That sounds so boring.
It is, but we'll get there. We will get there.
It's the most exciting place in Web3.
It is.
Really.
It is certainly something.
It's-
Dusty, just know from the bottom of my heart when I say one of these days something will happen for you guys and it's going to be great.
Thank you, Andrew.
Andrew,
One of these days it's going to happen. Keep your fingers crossed and keep wishing on stars
Okay.
and it'll happen. Okay?
oh my
Okay.
God.
I'll send you a package of peeps. It's fine. That'll be your allocation.
Do you know how many different packages of Peeps I found in my office that are unopened and haven't been even touched yet? I found several of them. I mean, oh my gosh, I was like, I bought them and then forgot I had them and never made a video out of them. I had one. Where was it? I just had it.
Thank God.
Screw it. I guess I lost it. And check this out. Pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts.
Oh, gross.
That
This makes
sounds
me-
putrid.
It
Yeah.
does, but I was saving them for a peep show episode, and I had yet to. And these were limited edition Pop-Tarts and pumpkin pie.
Mm-mm.
I even bought them on clearance, $2.50.
Mm,
So
no.
I got to
That
get back.
sounds rancid.
I got to get back to making regular videos on the comics channel, and including peep shows. Testing. Where is that? I had a box of. Where's a box?
I do not miss the Peep Show.
That's all right. I mean,
I don't miss it.
it wasn't for you. It was for everybody else. Oh hell, I don't know where it's at. No, it'll probably be another year before I find it. Don't worry, they will survive.
That should tell you everything you need to know.
Oh, I did get a Carnival Cruise hat as my souvenir. I don't know where it's at.
Oh.
Heck, I'll have to look around, see if I can find it. What's on the bookshelves?
Is it stuck in your bum? Is it under your tum?
What is
Where is my hat?
what is on the bookshelves is still disorganized clutter. So I have to organize this. A lot of it has to be put away or thrown away or taken to the store where it belongs. So there's still a couple of bins on the floor over here that I have to go through and get them up. But my rack from my pressing rack has all the to be pressed comics in boxes and everything. So that's kind of organized.
You do have a nice rack.
Yeah. Yeah,
Look
definitely.
at that.
That's very pretty.
Right?
Is somebody selling that right now?
No. I just am
Came
amazed.
across it?
Huh?
Came across it?
Yeah, just looking on my timeline. Someone posted it. I'm like, man, look how God, I'm never gonna get to that level. There's just no way.
No,
It's
I
so God, it's just so speed. It's just speed and roughness, and it looks so good.
honestly, that's kind of stuff we were doing back in high school, you know? With the
Like John
splatter.
Buscema? What?
I've seen you do better pages than this. I mean, I know this is a
Thank you,
cover.
Andrew.
I've seen
Bullshit.
no, Avery can back me up here. I've seen you do some very kinetic illustrations with action in it. Not very many, but a few.
Thanks. I don't know, man. John Buscema is a master, and this thing is like, it just flows, and I don't know. I'm looking at it's just God, I need to get looser and less like fucking anal with my drawing. It also helps that these costumes are not that difficult.
No. It's very, very simple comic anatomy. It's not an extremely dynamic pose.
Wolverine is
But it-
not dynamic?
Yeah, no, it's not really, but it looks so good, you know?
I need a John Buscema artist edition that's not that Silver Surfer. I need something like this.
Mm. God, I'd love a John Buscema Conan
Oh,
artist
God.
edition. Just, yeah.
Or his Wolverine.
That's what I want. I want his Wolverine. Give me a John Buscema Wolverine book or a Silvestri early Wolverine run.
If they can't do artist edition, just do the oversized 9x12 hardback black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys
I would-
see the Frank Miller cover I posted in the server?
Did I? I think I did. I must have.
This is art and lore.
Wait, let me see.
Have you guys seen his cover for the Uncle Scrooge
That's what I'm
comic
talking
that's coming
about.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't comment on new Frank Miller stuff. It's Frank Miller.
Yeah.
If Frank Miller wants to shit the bed, fine. He's earned it.
But then I
Somebody's paying
saw
him for
some
it,
cover
so-
that he did of Wolverine for something.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my sweet lord.
Yeah.
It's still Frank Miller, and to speak ill is sacrilegious to me.
I
So-
understand, but
Yeah, he kind of hit that point where he doesn't have to like he as far as I'm concerned, he's kind of hit that Picasso level. Where
Yeah.
like Picasso's early stuff was like very realistic and very well done. And then as he got more famous, he started experimenting more and kind of like going into cubism, and that blew him up. And then later in life, like he would just draw like a couple of lines on a piece of paper, and it would sell for like thousands of dollars. So
Yeah.
I think Frank Miller's kind of hit that where like if you know he's not penciling anything,
Yeah. Plus, his health has been bad, so
Yeah.
I just sort of like.
I get
It's
that.
like listen, for several decades, that dude did absolute banger after banger after banger.
I'm with you.
So it's like if he just wants to shit the bed now, I don't care. Like
Yeah.
he
True
just
enough.
wants to shit the bed now.
True enough. I just didn't expect to see a Donald Duck or Scrooge McDuck cover.
no,
Going
no,
Frank
no.
Miller special edition. Like
Yeah, you never expected to see that comment ever,
no.
You know, it's
especially
kinda-
for Marvel Disney.
Right.
I hate to say it, but it's kind of like that saying from the Batman movies. You live long enough to become the villain.
Mhm.
I think that's true with some artists. You live long enough to where your art declines. And
Yeah.
but I can think of several artists that even in their waning years still were kicking ass. Gil Kane is one of those guys, Senior was one of those guys. John Buscema was one of those guys. They didn't have they may have slowed down the art that they were producing, but the quality did not go down. I mean, it was obvious in for some artists that you could see a decline in quality, but it wasn't like what we're seeing with Frank Miller.
Mm.
That's all I'm saying. Jose Luis Garcia Lopez is still knocking that shit out of the park.
Yeah. He's
George Perez was knocking it out of the park all the way up until his deathbed,
Mhm.
I mean, there were other artists that have been killing it and they've never lost a step. And I don't know. I there's a lot of Frank Miller stuff that I admire and like, but it's none of the stuff that's coming out nowadays. I hate to
Yeah.
say it, but I was never going to buy a comic because Frank Miller did the cover.
Mhm.
Give me some interiors and I'll buy it. I even bought a lot of those Dark Knight 3s where he did the interior
Oh, those are
little
terrible.
mini comics.
Those are really bad.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Those are pretty horrible.
I was watching this thing with David Cho, and David Cho loves that stuff, and I'm just like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. I don't know. Does it feel like to you guys that what they're doing with Frank Miller, Marvel is the same thing they did with Stan Lee, pulling him out and just
Yeah,
keep him going, keep producing stuff because we know somebody out there will buy it.
I'm honestly shocked he's doing it because as angry as he was with Marvel,
They've got to be giving him a lot of money for everyone.
it's got to be a lot of money. It's got to be
Gotta be a lot.
ridiculous money.
Yeah, and I don't think he gives two shits. About it.
Yeah,
I
Well,
really don't.
Sometimes he literally just takes a shit on the board and there you go. Sell it for a
Yeah.
couple grand.
No, this is true. Yeah.
I don't hate him for it.
No.
Then again, I would like to see like one more trick, him have one more thing up his sleeve, one more masterpiece.
Well, I
Would be
think
great.
he's trying
Just
to, I
one.
mean, I did see he's doing like he is supposed to be doing something, but we know his whole universe with Dan Didio, which is okay. It's a little. I mean, I don't know. It's not the same because it's like I know he's done plenty where he just wrote. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little
Yeah.
different because this is like his own property, it's a little like I don't know. You know what I mean?
I'd love to see an illustration, like a cover illustration by him, where he actually sat down and took the time, and not just these quick, like pinup looking things. Quick, fast. Because every single one of these covers that he's put out recently looks like he sat down, did it in an hour.
Yeah.
Put no time and effort because there's no love in it for him. You know what I mean? He's just getting a paycheck.
Yeah. Well, I find it weird that if, they did pay him a lot of money for this cover, I don't know a lot of people who are lining up at the stands to go pick up the newest issue of Uncle Scrooge. Just seems like really misplaced.
Well,
or maybe Scrooge is a banger in disguise that we just don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't Frank Miller direct RoboCop 2 or 3 or one of the sequels?
He wrote it. He wrote it.
RoboCop?
Yeah.
2?
Yes.
2.
And
I
3.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
There was a 3?
Exactly. Yeah.
Personally, classic. And honestly, I think the best RoboCop thing that's ever been put out was that 4-issue RoboCop versus Terminator with Walter Simonson art. That's one of the best RoboCop things I can remember out there.
Yeah.
None of the comics ever did anything for me at all,
No.
except that one series.
I remember one Mike Mignola cover that was pretty sweet.
For RoboCop?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
RoboCop? I don't remember that.
There's a Mike Mignola illustration out there, RoboCop, for one of them.
I know there's a Predator versus Aliens one out there that he
Andrew,
did.
share some Frank Miller images from your computer.
Why can you not do
There's
that?
a RoboCop 4?
There's not a RoboCop 4.
It's what it says, man.
Yeah,
RoboCop 4, Law and Order.
it's not good.
I didn't know there were more than 2, so we'll just stop there.
Yeah.
And I only saw the second one like once.
Did anyone see the remake they did like a few years ago?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Not bad.
Really? All right, I'll have to check it out. Next, I asked.
Yeah, there's one like awesome scene, and that's when he's all like taken apart and he sees himself, kind of thing. And he's just like, "Put me back."
Well,
Yeah.
The thing is, I think with the one scene that from RoboCop that everyone remembers is the one with the big walking death machine, shooting, like basically blasting that corporate executive to like literally like smithereens.
Yeah,
And
that and the bad guy getting melted by the toxic waste.
Yeah.
Tell me he didn't do this in 5 minutes.
This is like what 1986 when this was made.
86,
So-
87.
Yeah, try making that today. I mean, it probably wouldn't get made today. I mean, people would be up in arms about it, but back then no one gave a shit.
Like, well, what do you think about this Frank Miller drawing, Andrew and Avery and Doc, everyone?
Can you hear
mean-
me?
I know he now I can.
Okay.
I know he did it in like 5 minutes for sure, but like it's not.
I have no
terrible.
problems with it.
You got problems with it?
No, I don't have any problems
Yeah.
with it. No,
Yeah, there's the Wolverine.
I mean it looks like classic Frank Miller style. Whatever. This one I have some problems with.
Yeah, it's hard to look at this and be like, no, this guy's a genius.
Mm.
It's like Wolverine's body's just made of ball sacks.
Well, he just like, is that Frank Miller too?
Yep.
Really? Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean these are just marker sketches, man. He does.
He's done a lot recently, and
Like if you got this as a convention sketch from Frank Miller, you'd be happy about it.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
if it was a
Yeah.
convention sketch, I'd be over the moon. But like, I am a little upset that he kind of decided to keep that like DK3 style. Like he's just like, no, this is it now, and I'm like, oh, all right, we're keeping this. Like this is the one you want to. Like
it
Like,
may
Sin
be what
City-
he's capable of.
I
I
know.
mean,
I think-
I know he's had health problems. This might be all that he's capable of.
It probably is.
That's why I don't
probably is.
shit on him.
Now this one, I like it in its simplicity.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But these are definitely convention sketch looking covers, you know? Oh, I've never seen that one.
Yeah.
Do, do.
It's just one of those things. Like, I mean, I know. I just want him to. I just want him. Like, I'm with Avery. I just want him to like produce, like another banger. You know what I mean? Just one more really dope,
Yeah.
crazy good book.
That's not bad there.
He's obsessed with that sort of crouching jump pose.
Mhm. Mhm.
I think it's probably easy for him to do in pen. Right? Like, I don't think
Yeah.
he's penciling anything. So, I think he's probably drawing just straight marker and not worrying about it. That would be my guess.
All right. Close your eyes if you don't want to see
Looks
this
like
one.
it.
Everybody close your eyes if you don't want to see it.
All right. Oh, yeah, that's a strange one. That one so see, to me, this one he actually cared about.
You tried.
Yeah.
No,
this
he
one
did not. You lose is the entire bottom of the character, and just he's like, I don't know what to draw, so he just drew.
Oh,
what's
with all the
supposed to
feathers,
be
yeah.
feathers.
It's like a
It
mop.
looks like a hula skirt
It looks like he's sitting on a book. Yeah.
That's true. That
or a
is true.
broom or a mop. Yeah, you would not know those are feathers if you didn't see his hair and his head. You know.
Just think, Andrew, he got probably paid more for this sketch than like everyone on this panel for the entire year, for like the last 10 years combined. I mean, he probably got paid like what? How much do you think he got paid for this?
Probably in the 5 digits.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah. I was trying to find. There's also there was a Blade one, a Blade cover. And there was a Captain America cover. Oh, they just. This one, I'm not sure what the hell we're looking at. You know. I mean, I know I see the swords, but where are they coming from?
He's like palming them.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know that's what's happening, but
Yeah.
yeah.
which doesn't make sense, of course.
That reminds me of the Guyver, man. He's got the awesome elbow swords, Guyver bio booster
yeah,
armor,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Or AKA Mark Hamill's other movie. He plays a detective. Like it's such a the live action version. The first one, Mark Hamill plays like a detective in Guyver. It's not a great movie. I mean, it's awesome, but it's not a good movie.
Here's another one. Tell me he didn't whip this out in an hour.
That is some interesting anatomy.
Look at that shoulder, man. God. It's like you know what it is? You know what it is he drew it and it looks like he stopped where the star was halfway. Like he was just like, if you cover up the second half of the star, like the shoulder up, he's just like going down, and it actually isn't a terrible picture, but like he kept going.
You know, I hate to say it, but if I had the opportunity to own any one of these as a piece of original art,
Mhm.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
I know. Well, it's because
But I'm just not going to buy a comic with this on the cover.
Mm-mm.
You know,
No.
that's meaningless to me. But having the original sketch or seeing the original sketch in person, frickin' A, in a heartbeat. You know? Oh well.
I like the floating thumb there too. It's like bloop,
It's a square with another
Yeah.
square.
a nub.
A
This-
rectangle with a square.
Yeah.
This one actually works, but I hate the idea of toes. He actually
he
gave
did draw his
Spider-Man
toes, yeah.
toes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's really weird.
Oh, that's weird.
that is weird. But Out of all of them, I like that one the best.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They're just doing this for the resale market, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because he's gonna have these covers out, and then everyone's gonna come see him at a convention, and he's gonna sign them, and they'll be slabbed, and they'll be CGC graded.
Yep.
That is what this is.
This is what it's all about.
Why even have a comic inside? Just blank pages, man.
I feel very confused by this.
What confuses you, sir?
Where's the second half of his body? And he has like toe socks. He has toe socks.
Where's the second half of his body?
There's
the
there's
shadow.
no definition between the wall and his legs.
Yeah, the shadow doesn't make sense.
Oh,
or
I see.
something.
Yeah. It's graphic.
Now this is one I've never seen.
That's graphic.
This is one I've never seen.
That's kind of cool.
That's not horrible. That I would be. That's the one I would want.
That's pretty.
good.
It's fun. It's like dynamic a little bit.
Yeah, that's
There's a
not
lot
bad.
going on there. Pretty cool.
You
Yeah, I
want to
like
see?
that.
You want to see some covers that I'm looking for?
Sure. Does it have many boobies are on it?
3.
Let's see. Let me see if I can find a real good one. Because
Sure. I'll be right back. Hold that thought. I'll be right back.
okay, I'm going to still have the thought. Art Adams has been doing a lot of variant covers for Marvel lately, and he's got a couple that they put out. They made like 1 in 25 and stuff like that, and they did that on purpose because, they want to make the people who want to get them, like something like that. It's a nice cover. But where's the one? There's one that's actually really hard to find. Trying to find an image of it. I've seen that one.
Her boobs are from another perspective than the rest. They shouldn't, unless she's doing this number. I don't know. Doesn't quite seem right to me.
That doesn't help. That's somebody's Instagram page. That doesn't help. It's only half the cover. What are these people doing? Oh, there we go. That's a good one.
You want that Art Adams cover?
There's a couple of them I'd like to have.
Yeah,
It's another-
Art Adams. Oh yeah. That's an awesome cover.
But the one I'm looking for specifically was a oh, this is a good one. See, these are ones where I'm not paying $40 for, but if they had it for 10, I'd maybe pick it up at 10.
Well, I mean, any Art Adams cover with a hot cartoon chick on it is gonna get picked up.
Oh, here we go.
I like the dinosaur's eye. He's like hubba hubba.
My-
He's like
my bitch.
He's dialed in.
Yeah, he's like, that's my woman.
Yeah, look at his eye line. You didn't see where he's going with that.
Hands down, fantastic cover.
This is cool.
Mhm.
I love Tigra. I think she's an awesome looking character.
I love the classic where it has like all the characters around
Yeah.
the edge. Hold on, I want to get that Ultimate Comics nonsense off of there real quick. I want to take a picture of that Moon Knight cover. No, go back.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Oh dear God,
I was figuring it out, damn it.
I know.
You done?
Yes.
Let me go back to this one. It's a nice cover.
Yeah.
Storm
I
with
also
the Mohawk is the best.
Storm with Mohawk, and I want to get. I really want to. I would love to get an Art Adams Storm, just to put on the wall here, man. I love Storm.
Oh wow, this is a nice cover. And I'm not I'm not a
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's cool.
that is cool.
Can you like zoom into that at all? No. Is that like a re-release or something? I don't remember that. That's a more modern Art Adams. Right?
I like the uncolored. Honestly, I think that just looks
Oh yeah,
that slays.
he's fucking ill. I don't understand what I'm looking at with that Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars cover, Andrew.
Yeah, I don't know. It's some alternate version, but
Like I would so hang that on my wall.
Oh yeah,
That's
like
just
that.
like
And if you've ever seen these live, like in person, Doc, like that image, that Galactus image is like large. Usually he draws larger than 11 by 17, so it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's like a hand drawn poster. It's
yeah,
fucking
that's
huge.
awesome. Because like Galactus is probably, I think he might be one of my absolute favorite character designs in
he's
all
so
of
cool,
in
man.
all of comics. He's just
this is one that's going
So
for
cool.
some money if you can find it, because it's not a character that he draws very often. Snowbird from Alpha
Yeah.
Flight.
I like how he did the eyes.
Oh yeah. Somebody has it for $185. A 9.8 copy, $185.
Wow.
Shit. Yep. There's only been 2 artists so far that I have found that I have bought comics just for the cover. One was Art Adams, and the other was Jason Pearson.
Mhm.
You know, because they do such great, fantastic cover, drawings that it was worth it just to get it just for the cover. Ooh, this
Yeah, that's really
contact
cool.
is strictly for subscribers. Okay, well, we'll get around that.
What's strictly for subscribers?
Whatever this image was, but I got it anyway. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's wicked.
And these close-up ones that he's been doing, these are very nice. Ooh, have you ever seen this? This is Art Adams and Mike Mignola.
Very nice.
Hold on. Open image in a new tab. Oh, it's zoomed in so much that you can bear that you, yeah. It's a really, really bad quality.
That's an Art Adams?
It's Mike Mignola and Art Adams. Mike Mignola
What-
penciled, Art Adams inked it.
Oh, Art Adams inked it, but Art Adams just stuck to Mike Mignola.
It's not a great image. Oh, that's an awesome image. Of Death by Art Adams.
That's Art Adams?
Yep.
Jesus. He went really off on the fucking inks there.
Oh yeah. Hmm.
Wow.
He's one that even in his getting older, he's still knocking them out of the park.
Mhm.
You know, he's still on my wish list, even though technically I have something with his art on it. But I'd love to have a hero illustration done by him. And one of these days, I will make it happen. One of these days, it'll happen.
I got a question for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So, talking about comic, or even just pamphlet manufacturing and printing, right? I got a question. I've been looking at a lot of comics lately in terms of like what we might want to model for printing. I actually really liked the the Frank Miller Ashcan edition. Where did Andrew go?
I'm stepping away for half a second. I'll be right back. Damn it!
What? Well, then I'll hold on. It doesn't make sense. Like,
All right. Well,
do you guys like baseball or like sports? Dusty, turn your camera back on. So everybody like turns their camera off and silently leaves the stream while we're. God.
Well, I've been doing stuff.
What have you been working on, man?
Well, mostly painting in one hand while fending off a very needy cat with the other, and trying to figure out how to pre-market a book. What I've been doing, what I've been experimenting with is creating a a free excerpt of like the first 3 chapters of one of my books, and then running a Facebook ad for it. I haven't made any sales yet, although I got up like 30 downloads, which actually isn't a lot for what I'm trying to do. So it's a lot of experimentation right now. I'm trying to figure out. I know how to write the stuff. I'm trying to figure out how to sell it. So any ideas you can give me, since you guys are the kind of guys who could sell snow to an Arctic native, or sand to a Fremen. Sand and sandworm shit to a Fremen. Seriously, I'll take any instance I can get.
I don't know. I've never sold a book.
No.
I'm sorry.
Social media. I mean, look, a lot of stuff starts at Twitter. Create a social media presence. Follow other sci-fi, fantasy authors, independent authors that you like. Comment on their stuff. Get them to start responding to you. Promote your stuff on Twitter. Other people see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a job unto itself, but I mean that's how it gets done on this side of things.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's another completely unrelated question that I'd like to get your insight on. How do I stop my cats from puking up hairballs? Because it's like a 3rd day in a row I've stepped in something and it's been very disgusting.
Warehouse shoes.
All right. Well,
Warehouse shoes.
I don't know, man. Don't overfeed the cat. I don't know.
They're like gremlins.
Yeah. What in the world? Oh my god.
So there's one thing I wanted to bring up actually, seriously. If any of you get a chance to go to the movies this weekend, I highly recommend seeing the Fall Guy. It's actually really good.
Really?
I know it's I watched it. It's actually it's like 2 hours of mindless fun, which nowadays is all I really want from a movie. So I highly recommend it.
Fair enough. We started watching Fallout, and it's a banger.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I heard it was pretty good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was enjoyable.
Yeah,
I heard like Walter Gog is like a really good in that.
that's the guy who plays the ghoul.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's always awesome.
Yeah,
in everything that he's in, but in this particularly, yes, extremely good.
Yeah, he was in Justified. He was in The Shield, The Righteous Gemstones.
He was great in Sons of Anarchy. He played a transvestite prostitute.
Seriously?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Every time he came on, every episode with him on it was fantastic.
Yeah, he stole every scene. Yeah,
He did.
he's an excellent actor. He's really, really good. I love it. I think that it does such a good job of taking all these different scenarios that you encounter, like, you know, the weirdo bombed out vault, or just like little bits and pieces that you would experience through a game, and why it's not based on any one game. It just is so familiar, and they do such a good job of recreating that and kind of at least
Well,
putting you in these very recognizable type
that seems to be the next big
story.
Hollywood
Hell.
thing right now is video game adaptations. So you had The Witcher, The Last of Us. What else?
Yeah, but The Witcher's a book, though, really.
Yeah, but it was also it really came to fame as a computer game.
Yeah, I know.
Then there was Super Mario Brothers, obviously. Also, and then there was like one other on Amazon that didn't do very well. I don't remember what it was.
Well, you mean Halo?
Yeah, Halo. Yeah.
I don't care. I like Halo.
But
Anyone who
and
doesn't can
then Fallout, and when I was in the theater, like for the Fall Guy, one of the trailers was for Borderlands the movie,
Yeah.
starring
looks
Kate Winslet and
Jamie Lee Curtis, isn't it?
yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. So is Kate Winslet and a bunch of other guys, people I never heard of. I think she was miscast in this one. She's like she like the entire trailer. She had the same kind of really weird smirk on her face.
I think it looks like poop. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well,
Who knows? But Fallout, they did such a good job.
mm,
Well, we're gonna go see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes on Wednesday with the family.
Mm.
So
I got to catch up on those. I think I've missed 1 or 2, 1.5.
when I was a kid, I used to go to the movies like multiple times a week. I mean, I love going. I would go back for repeat viewings of like the most trivial bullshit. The only movie I ever actually walked out of was The Astronaut's Wife. And that's because that was just so boring. But I watched Twilight 5 times in a row, and I didn't even particularly like that movie. I like the book. I didn't like the movie. Now it's like if I make it to the movies like twice a year, that's a lot.
Yeah, it will cost you $100 to go see a damn movie.
Mm,
Well,
I mean, that's only. I mean, if you go alone and you don't buy anything, you can save it. Although the movie theater in like the one I go to in Daytona has a bar in it. So
yeah, we got that.
and I remember I have a funny story. Is that you ever hear the Alamo Draft House?
Yep.
Well, so I went to, so when I was living in New York, I went to the one in Brooklyn, and it was kind of a new concept then, a movie theater, but it's also a restaurant.
Mhm.
Chow down on a burger and fries while you're watching your flick. So what happened is so I go there, and when I get in there, it's already dark, and I can't find the menu anywhere. There's like a little placard sitting on my on like my seat on this little table there, and it lists things like truffle infused French fries, and avocado toast. I'm thinking, wait a minute, I came here for a burger and fries, and you're selling me this hipster crap. Where's the actual menu? So, but I was hungry, so I figured. So I told like the server, okay, I'll have one of these. I'll have this like, what is this like truffle infused fries? I'll have that and beer. So they go out, and it's like a Disney movie I'm watching, and this is back when Pixar was still doing those shorts that they would play in front of like Disney movies. And they did one about that was done by this Taiwanese director about an Asian mother who's like who cooks up a dumpling and it turns into a child and she ends up eating it.
yeah.
And it's like a metaphor for her, and it's like a metaphor for her son leaving home.
Yep.
Now, if you're of East Asian descent and you have like a Japanese, Chinese, Korean, or Taiwanese mother, you will not, and you're a male, or especially a middle-aged male, you will not watch that without bawling your eyes out. And I could not enjoy the rest of the movie. It was actually like it was like one of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I could not enjoy it because I was so freaked out by that show. I was like thinking, I got to call my mom. I got to call my mom. I miss my mom. Is my mom all right? You know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They bring me my fries. They bring me my beer. It's hideously overpriced. I'm thinking, yeah, this place is really overrated. Lights come on. I get ready to stand up, and I look under my seat. Oh, the menu's under the seat.
What?
Yeah, it's under
Okay.
the seat. So I reached out, I pull out the menu, and it's like, huh, okay. So they had burgers, they had fries. They had fries that were like a third of the price of the fries I paid for. They had ice cream. So the long and short of it is I walk out of there. I'm like, I'm like totally freaked out. You know, consumed by a sense of by a sense of filial guilt for being a rotten son, even though I haven't actually done anything. I overspent a lot of money on a bunch of truffle infused fries that honestly taste like cardboard, and I'm still hungry. Also, and the beers wore off, and it's the middle of summer, and so now I have a hangover.
Good.
So that was
Good.
that was my one trip to the Alamo Draft House.
All right. So I got a question for you guys. Because now that Andrew kind of came back.
Did my story bore you, Todd? Shall I shut the hell up from now on?
No.
I'm
All
just
right,
kidding.
somebody's got to say it. Yes. Shut the hell up.
Thank you, Andrew, for being honest. I'm just fucking with you, Todd. Go ahead.
I just when there's a breaking conversation, I figure I'd done something.
I'm well into my second beer of the night, and I don't know what God knows what shit's coming out of my mouth. I don't even
No,
know.
you're fine, man. I figure I thought I'm sorry, man. I thought the story was.
I'm
done.
gonna mute myself right now because I now feel the urge to start shouting like racial epithets about white people. So to avoid ending a bunch of friendships here, I'm gonna go dark now.
Now you know what he does. Now you know what he does when he's on mute during these live streams.
Yeah, just like screaming at us for being white.
Yeah, just goes full Tourette's.
Right. No, man, I didn't know I was cutting you off, honestly, brother. I thought you were done with the segment. So my bad.
It's all good.
But yeah, man, I've been looking at printing techniques, both for potentially for WAGMI and also like for us. And
Wait, are you going to have to print and publish the book too?
I have no idea. And full disclosure, we haven't actually talked about that yet.
Oh, okay.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know.
I know you're making a comic for them, but I didn't think you were making the comic.
Yo, well, I'll do whatever, man. You know, I like doing all this stuff. So
I understand.
Regardless of WAGMI, because I genuinely don't know. I've been looking because I'm curious about for us, right? And there's a couple of comics that are, in my opinion, really good quality in terms of paper and balance. I don't know. We're super nerds, so a lot of the modern comics like just really suck, man. Like normal, like modern DC and Marvel comics, they've now like over the last few years, they're using thinner, glossy paper so they can get the color, but it's like really thin paper, so it flutes, so it has a wave in it. And they've started to use the interior paper as the cover paper to kind of continue to drop the price of the cost per issue while raising the cover price. So they're getting more expensive, but the quality is dropping, and because they're still trying to create a margin, right? Anyway, we ain't doing that shit. And there's a couple of books I wanted to kind of show, just two, because I wanted to kind of get some opinion on. The first one, and I know it's a little hard because it's hard to express paper quality on video like this, then you can't like feel it and touch it. But I wanted to get your opinion here. So we've got the first one, and I know Andrew will know this one, the Frank Miller Ashcan edition.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you know this because you got this for me.
And if I remember correctly, that was they were selling that for $1.
They were sold it for $1. Yeah.
Yep.
But here's the thing: the cover is classic comic cup, like classic paper. It folds perfectly, like it's an actual comic. It folds
Mhm.
nice. And the inside is a heavier newsprint stock. So this is not like glossy image paper. This is like classic black and white, and it feels it. It's really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It holds blacks like really well. Like you see how dark those nice dark blacks are?
Yeah.
Really well. And what's even crazier is that in the back, one of the issues is or one of the stories in here is full color, and like it actually seems to hold color pretty well. Like that's modern gradient colors, right? That's not like flat Wolverine, you know, old school colors. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep.
Like Glennis Olivier or whatever. Like that's Glennis Oliver. I don't know how you pronounce the last name. Glennis Ween. Anyway, like so this is one version, and this is kind of like an old school, like a modern update of old school comics. And so that's one way we could kind of go about it. The other way is something a little more, it's more pricey, but if we're doing adult fantasy, it kind of makes sense because we have to have a good margin on these books, and especially with our stuff with adult fantasy, like we're probably going to be tying these into a digital asset anyway. So these books are not going to be like $2, $3, $4. They're probably going to be 10, 20, 30. You know, they're going to be up there because of the combination of things that people are going to get. And so the contender for that level is something like a Copra. This is one of the newer issues of Copra, and like so it looks like a normal comic, right? And I know this is one of those things where it's going to be really hard to tell on camera, but the paper is like this is an art object. This thing is like super thick. See how thick that is right there? Right? It looks almost like a graphic it almost looks like a graphic novel.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 20-page comic.
Wow.
Oh,
So this is like
It's on like 100-pound paper.
Yeah, it's super, and it is like what's crazy is like it lays flat, so it's such a perfect book. Like it's a perfectly thick book, but not too thick. And like it's like do you see how that it's like almost like a cardstock cover?
Mm-hmm.
Super smooth. It feels like a satin finish on a business card almost, right? And the inside pages are just like really thick, right? Now what's crazy about this is like this holds color like absolutely crazy. Like you can get like he's got some, it's not even showing up on camera as bright and as cool as it looks. It's like bright, but not, because it's not glossy paper, it's not overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he's doing like watercolor. Like he does a lot of watercolor stuff too.
Wow, that's just really cool book in general.
Oh yeah, you would,
beautiful.
bro, Doc. You would love Cobra, like 100%. You would love Cobra. Super indie, but really good. It's like this guy created a super team, and he's been doing it for years. And it's basically like it started off as his version of Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's definitely New York City, comes from a more artistic background and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has no problem going abstract.
Yeah, that's cool. Like
right?
that.
And he's super nerd. Like he's super well versed in comics. Like he's not like he knows his history.
That is really pretty.
Yeah,
that's a just gorgeous layout all the way around. I love that's like I like that a lot.
I highly recommend him and then he gets a little like old school Frank Miller too. Like
that's cool.
Right.
I love it. Almost feels like a sketchbook, but it still has like this progression that you can see.
Well, and that's just this issue because it's issue number 45, right? Like this is
sorry to derail like your paper conversation.
No.
I just hadn't seen that before. Yeah.
Like, like this is like issue number 1 from back in the day.
This is Cool, man. I'll have to
Indie
check
but
that out.
comics, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, he's super good, man. I love it, and he's a good dude. Like he's his stuff is really good. Anyway, this is what's interesting about this is Michelle. His name is Michel Fife, and he's an awesome guy. I've talked to him a few times, and what's actually really cool about it is that he really is truly an independent artist. Like he has a certain number of subscribers. Most of his money comes from independent people who subscribe on a. He does this monthly, bro. I think now he's slowed down to maybe do it every other month, but he does all of this. He does the pencils, the inks, the colors, the letters, the printing, the shipping. He does everything.
That's cool.
Himself. Everything. But here's the thing: because he has this problem of like, how do I make a living if I only have 1,000 true fans, right? Like, how do I make a living? It's hard to make a living when you're charging like $2.95 for a cover price, right? So his book is $10. This is not cheap.
I would pay it for that.
But that's the thing. What he does though, the way he gets around it is that this is the highest quality comic book I have ever seen. This is something that when you get it and it's mint, like the edges are sharp. It's like, because the paper is so thick and solid. Like, I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but like I got this in the mail, and it's a perfectly mint book. Like there's not a drop of like damage or anything.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I'm kind of thinking between those kind of styles, like classic, kind of like a more classic, updated classic book style, or like art object, where we just drop it. And the reason I've been thinking about this, and I talked to Avery about it a little bit, was a lot of the modern indie guys who are selling books are selling in what's called a prestige format, which is basically this. I'll just pick a random and take random book off shelf. Like Mignola is really known. He cut his chops on prestige formats. Prestige formats have like a spine. They're not staple books. This is a complete story, right? There's no issue 2. This is it. It's not a graphic novel. It's not as fat as a graphic novel, but it's a self-contained story, and so they call this a prestige format, right? And so these comic artists who have to charge a minimum somewhere between $25 and $35 for the comic because of shipping and handling and time and publication and like there's just no getting around it. They've decided that they just make the comics like 60 pages. So you're getting like 3 issues, but it's a book, right? And they'll charge you $25 and there's a lot of value there.
Yeah.
I started thinking, I was like, well, why, if it's going to be a continuing thing, even if it's like two little books, like 2 little prestige format books, why not sell, like, instead of selling one prestige book that's 60 pages or 70 pages long, why not ship like 3 issues at a time?
Yeah.
Right. And so you actually have the individual issues and just like make the issues. Now, I know one of the reasons why that's a little stupid is that you're going to be paying more because as a provider, as a publisher, you're going to pay more because instead of printing, let's say 1,000 of the same stuff, you're now doing 3,000. You're tripling, right? Because it's different cover, different pages, different thing. But still, like, I think there might be something to that where you're just like, here you go. Like, hey, you do two or 3 campaigns a year. And in that campaign, you've got like a batch of comics, right? And maybe some mini comics, maybe an ash can or 2. Oh, here's the Devoid ash can that we did. You know what I mean? Finally in print. Like, I'm just wondering if it's better to stick to a prestige fat book and just do the books versus comics, and then you could always do the books later, right?
I think the idea of getting 3 individual comics is fun.
Yeah.
That way you can have like your covers and things like that. And weren't we talking like a couple weeks ago about doing prestige format and like the 2-page spreads and the splashes not like working out right because of the way that they're bound and cut a little bit. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that's a cool idea. It's fun to finish one issue and then pick up the next.
That's the other thing. It's really like, granted, I'm not, this is only the third comic or fourth comic I've drawn in 25 years.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of work. And even if you were going to have, like, I personally will need a break between issues, right? And even if it's like, and you can still treat it like a prestige format book, like the benefit of a prestige format book is that you're not limited to page size, meaning
Right.
the page count. So if the book turns out to be 63 pages, okay, great. Right?
Yeah.
But you could do that with a comic too. Like if it's just extended, then the last issue has 45 pages in it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I can't. It's hard for me because I can't escape the fact that I love the pamphlet. And then if you love the pamphlet, do you go hardcore prestige where this thing is just like, I mean, this thing feels like I could throw it at someone and hurt them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or do you go like a little more classic floppy, but upgraded a step? I'm just not sure. So I don't know.
I think both could work, honestly.
Yeah.
Like we were talking, last week, like it'd be fun to go with the classic style and add some like in-universe advertisements or something fun that kind of gave you that, like this is the kind of comic I'd read, when I was a kid, sort of thing. I could definitely see that. I think it's just a design style and like what do you want to evoke out of the thing? I could go either way, honestly.
Yeah. What about you, Andrew? What do you think?
I think it should be the highest quality possible if you're going to go through all the trouble of printing it. I think the thicker cover, the page stock is good. The square bound is good. Even if it's a regular size comic, still don't staple it. Make it something special. I think the Fifi book. I'm forgetting the name of it.
Cobra, yeah.
Cobra is like a really good model. I think the using the Frank Miller with the cheap paper, that's good for giveaways or previews or something like that. But your final product should be the best looking one you can put together. So
now I do know from talking to him, and I wish I had asked him about the printer. I'm gonna email him or text him or something, stalk him and find out who he uses for this, and like what the paper stock is. But I know that this book costs him, that he spends per unit. And again, he doesn't have his. So I don't know how many subscribers he has. I don't think it's as high as 1,000. I could be totally wrong. I don't know. But I do know that this costs. So he sells it for $10, but I know it costs him about $2.50 an issue to make because it's so quality, right? But again, you're kind of like balancing that out because again, he's still making his profit because it's a $10 comic, right?
Yeah. He's getting paid for his time too. It's not like the cost is only in the printing and publishing.
Right.
It's
of course,
time and materials of actually putting it together. So, but it goes to show you that a community or a dedicated fan base can help find, if they're supportive, they'll find the sweet spot of what they're willing to spend for the product that they love.
Right. And that's also why I think for our community, like what's so fascinating to me is that for a comic book, $10 is high. Like, right? Like this is not a normal comic. This is an art object made by an independent creator, period. It's not a comic book. I mean, it is, but it's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what's interesting is that so $10 for a quote unquote comic book is high. $10 for an art object is cheap, or at least more reasonable. in our space,
Mhm.
$25 for a digital collectible is nothing,
Yeah. Right.
right?
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
super cheap. And so I think there might be a little bit of room for us to kind of play with.
I think so. I mean,
To
look, if
actually
it's
use it to provide more value. Like
sure,
if
if it's
someone's going to spend, sorry, Doc, I don't mean to cut you
Yeah.
off, but like if someone's going to spend 25, 50, or $100 on a digital collectible, right? Then it's baked in that we would have the ability to make these for people.
exactly. Yeah, that's
No.
what I was gonna say. I mean, if it's like $5 to print, well, at whatever quantity he's printing, let's say it's 1,000 and it's $5. If you've got, I mean, that's not hard to sell if you get traction. 1,000 mints, it can be done fairly easy if you've got the community or got the support or got the partnerships, and if that gives you the leeway to be able to make a $5 really nice book like that plus
Mhm.
ship whatever, so $750, something like that per.
Right.
But I mean, do it, man.
Yeah, I'm really thinking about it. I mean, it's so the printing is so good on this, and I'm gonna try to show you this. The printing on this paper, again, because of the thickness of it,
Mhm.
the printing is so good that his back image, you can tell it was done on like watercolor paper.
Mm.
I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, you
like,
can actually see the texture of the paper. I can a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can. Yeah.
right on the pipe, you can kind of see the
Mhm.
texture of the
I can
paper.
see it on his
right?
leg too, in his pipe. Yeah. That's cool.
Right?
Love
Like,
that.
But there is no texture. Like this is a
Yeah.
smooth book.
Of
right?
course.
But I was like, the colors, I'm just like, good luck. I mean, he's using crayon, he's using watercolor, he's using like computer color in some instances, and like regardless of whether you like his style or not or whatever, like the print quality, like this is just gorgeous, bro. Like the print
Yeah.
quality is like
Mhm.
off the chart. And
Mhm.
so
I like
I'm
it, and I
kinda-
like that it's not overly glossy.
I do too. I do not.
I
like
do
that.
not like super glossed up pages, man.
I don't either, dude. I've never liked glossy pages ever. So maybe I'll see. Maybe I'm supposed to talk to WAGMI soon. I don't know if they want to do print comics or not, but if they do, maybe I'll try to sell them on a higher end thing and just see what we get.
Yeah. Yeah.
know,
Well, they're also
be gorgeous.
they might also be looking for cost effective at a large number because they'll be taking those to conventions and stuff too.
Possibly, yeah.
Um,
Well, that's why I picked two different.
Yeah, well, you
types
can
of
you
things,
can
right?
look. You can have a couple different editions. They can print a run that they're going to be handing out. And the last one that they handed out, I mean, it's I got it right here.
See, that's the more modern thing where it's just from a printer, and
Yeah.
so the interior is the same as the exterior.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I see
And
that.
it's
Yeah,
super
there's
glossy,
absolutely
right?
no difference.
And it's super glossy.
Super glossy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's I don't know, man. I think all of us here are nerd enough that like it's not just the art, it's how
Yeah.
the art sits in the book.
Yeah,
And that's-
how
it's
how it feels on your.
Yeah, how it feels. And
When
this
you
is also
read
one of the problems I had with like when they take, and we've talked about this, when they do those what do they call them, like epic editions or whatever.
Mhm.
Was it epic? I don't remember what they call them now, but basically what they do is they take the old stuff, like let's just say the John Buscema Wolverine stuff that we were talking
Mhm,
about,
mhm.
and they reprint them as a graphic novel with all the stuff in it, but it's
Mhm.
on brand new paper, and they try to pitch it like, yeah, this will last longer. It's not newsprint. It's not going to yellow. It's on modern paper. But those colorists were so good back in the day
Mhm.
that they were choosing the color based on how it would sit within
Yeah,
the newsprint,
yeah,
right? They knew
Plus, they only
how-
had so many colors they could use.
Right.
right.
Exactly. So they knew how the colors would bleed together and what it would look like on the
Mhm.
newsprint.
Mhm.
So, but you don't get that when you get these new epic collections or whatever, and you look at the story, it's like these really garish, flat colors on glossy paper, and you're like, "Fuck, this is ugly." Like, who would enjoy it? It's terrible. And then when you look at the actual comic, you're like, "Holy crap!" It's like moving. It's so alive. It's just night and day. It's like
Yeah,
those books are just like corpses, man.
yeah. No, I agree. I totally agree.
Yeah. Awesome, man. Yeah. So now I just
yeah,
gotta
I love that.
now
I'm
I just gotta hunt down homeboy and beg for him to give me his secrets. It's totally fine.
gonna- or cut off his toes.
Yeah, that's right. We'll
Something.
get him. We'll just bring Andrew in his van.
Uh,
No, he's actually a pretty cool guy. He comes to North Carolina every year for the convention, and
Mhm.
so I'll email him. I'll probably email him like this weekend or Monday and see if I can start getting some feedback. And if not, then I'll just hunt him down at Heroes Con if he shows up this year, and I'll just beg him.
That convention is coming soon. It's coming quick.
I know, isn't it middle of next month?
Yeah, June.
Mm.
The weekend, Father's Day weekend, June 6th, 5th, 14th through 16th.
Man,
God,
one of these days I'll hit a con with you guys too. That'll be fun.
That'd be
Heroes
so
is
much
a fun
fun.
one.
Yeah. Well, I checked it out. It looks really good. Hey, can I show you something that I bought the other day? Some
course.
art, some NFT art, but
sure.
you'll know you'll know who this is once I pop this up. This was a Griff open edition
Oh yeah.
that he made.
That's neat.
Dude, I love this. Is my favorite digital. I mean, that doesn't have anything digital, non-digital. I love this guy's style so much, and his because all of his stuff looks like it's printed on, just like you're talking about, like old school newsprint.
Yeah, like a movie poster.
Well, I mean, like or his comics, like it has this like grain to it, and it looks like it's on the old school newsprint comics. The colors that he uses, it has a feel to it. Like I absolutely,
Oh yeah, that's classic.
I like look at there's like texture to this. Like see, there's like almost like some like these like
It's almost like an offset print to it.
exactly. Yeah, thank you. His style is so amazing. It's got like this dash of fantasy plus like 70s sci-fi stuff. I know he's done some like actual covers for Dune, like printings of the novels. This I bought. This was like $3 open edition. So like the rest of his shit's like, half an ETH.
Jesus.
Yeah, like on whatever. This is what this was kind of, that other one was based on.
Oh,
But
yeah,
like
that's
that's just sick. It's got like cyberpunk. It's got just some like, and
Does he just drop like one image at a time?
yeah, but then he's got that Saga World thing. But with Saga World, it's like a story, but they have they have other artists come in and tell parts of it, right? From what I understand, this I absolutely love too. I wish I could zoom. Maybe can I zoom in just a little bit so it's not quite so big. Like this has got, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's like some primordial swamp action. He's got like a crazy suit. It's like he's got like gas masky kind of thing. And then there's one more on here too. Like he's just got, there's just something with his style, man. His imagination and his just general aesthetics that he puts into his art. I don't know.
Yeah,
Really,
it reminds me of sort of like a old school metal hurlant.
okay, yeah.
Right, like the heavy metal.
Heavy metal stuff, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has that. Definitely has that. Those influences. But
What's his Twitter profile? I want to check him out.
The Art of Griff.
I was looking at a thing on Instagram not long ago with brushes and stuff, and for doing these kind of textures digitally.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. But but you see, he's got like, it's got this like, texture like to the paper a little bit. Just makes it feel like it's like it's printed on the newsprint, like classic kind of comic stuff. And I love his color palettes too. I love his colors that he uses. Like that's just I don't know. I really appreciate his art. It's
That's
very,
awesome, man.
it's very solid. Like, but his like technical skill is also so good. Like all of his anatomy is very, it's all very balanced. All his poses they look good, right? I don't know. I love it, man.
No, it's really cool, man.
That's my
I'm
favorite.
I'm trying to remember. Like I know it's so familiar. I know I've seen this
Like
before.
Crucifor is
Yeah.
Is he in? Wait, is Saga World in Super Secret? Did you ever have him
I
on
don't,
or
I don't
something?
think so. I think we need to get him in.
Yeah. I want to do I think I want to do an interview with him. Reach out and try to do an interview when I start this channel that I keep talking about and still haven't done yet.
Yeah.
I will
It's-
say one thing about Crucifor. He has his finger on the pulse of like some of the best art in the space.
Oh, dude, 100%. That dude is he's a tastemaker, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, he really is. Yeah, he has some really eclectic tastes, but like he really does have an ability to find amazing artists
Mhm.
in Web3.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, how I've asked him before. I probably should interview him again for Web3 Comic Con and just be like, how the fuck do you find these great artists? Like,
yeah.
and he's
Oh,
like, oh, I
crap.
just troll. I think he just told me he just trolls like like super rare and stuff. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You just do it for hours, like
Yeah.
days? It's all you do, isn't it? You know?
I forgot. I got one more weirdo thing here. We were talking about some weird
What?
AI.
Wait, what?
Remember last maybe it was last week, maybe we were talking about how like I appreciated like the old like weirdo AI Jin, but this guy and I was trying to think of the person, and it's called Antes. It's what is it? Hold on. It's Nice Antes, right? And this is like whoever this artist is always puts out the weirdest stuff with these like Asian grandmas. Like, I don't know, just watch.
I don't remember how I got here. It is so hot. I am so hungry.
It's so abstract, bro.
I know. I love it, man. I think
I
it's
don't
so
remember how I got
so
here.
cool. How like,
I love that. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
like all their videos are like that. It's always like with these old ladies, like everything for whatever the reason is. Oh shoot, I should have kept that up and showed you this like just image. Anyway, it's
Do it
fine.
again,
But
do it again, do it again. You're all right.
well, hold on, my browser's stuck. What's going on here? What's happening here? Well, my browser's being not cool with me
Well,
right now.
then, you know what? Screw your browser, bro.
Someday I'm going to start using this brand new $1,600 computer that's sitting behind my monitor with like more RAM and new everything. I'm too lazy to get all my accounts moved over, man.
Dude, what? All right.
I know it's so bad. Yeah,
It's pretty bad, dude.
I know. I'll get there.
You'll get there eventually. You'll get there. You'll wait. No, you know what'll happen is you'll start using that computer the minute you get a new one.
Well, I mean, like if I'm playing a game or like a Web3 game, I got it so I could start trying and review some Web3 games and stuff like that as part of my plans. But if it's just like a clean machine for that right now, that's cool. But yeah, this other one, it's begging me to put it out to pasture anytime. Oh, here we go. Finally, it finally did it. Here, check this out real fast. Like
Oh,
it's
God.
all just like,
It's so
but it's really cool.
wait, no. The main thing is another 1.5 ETH sale today.
Oh, dude. Yeah. This is a very popular artist. But whatever they do, however they prompt, I don't know how they get this, like, they're so good with, you see I can't get it to zoom, the like details and wrinkles on the skin, and they get this like almost liquid, they have this like liquidy, this may just be a still from an animation, I don't know, but they do something really well that gets this like really liquidy, soft, silicone-y, kind of rubbery kind of look. I don't know how they do it, but I don't know, man. I love weird shit like that.
Just so, I mean, these guys that you track, are they just like making one piece and then selling the one piece and then making another piece and selling one piece?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, they pump out stuff. So you gotta follow them. They pump out stuff pretty regularly. I don't know. Like here's another one. Yeah, I guess they just. Guys, sorry if you hear the screaming in the background. That is my nephew. I apologize. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, just it's always like food related and
Turn on your on-air sign.
yeah, no kidding. Like, what is this? So random, man. Must get the onion up the hill. I don't know.
What's funny is like in another year, the video is gonna be photorealistic, and you're just gonna be like, what is going on?
Yeah. Like, I don't get their aesthetic all the time, but it's just so. Like, what? Hold on.
That's really strange.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's really weird.
So odd, dude. I love that shit.
I kind of get it. I don't know why, but I kind of get
Me
it.
too, right? It's like
Yeah.
you get it, but it's still like perplexingly odd.
Yeah.
So I
God,
have
man.
something you might like, Todd,
All right.
and I
Is
might
it
actually
candy?
bring it to you.
Oh.
It is an X-Men keepsake collection by Jim Lee.
Oh.
Includes Marvel's largest selling comic book, over 7 million sold, now collecting the 4-part covers with 2 splash pages on the giant 6x9 laminated black and white index trading cards, 6 regular size full color trading cards of 6 covers, laminated, limited print of 5,000 numbered sets.
Are they just
Says
printed?
set number 3,678.
All right.
This is the envelope, and of course it was open, so
Sure. Yeah.
it came with a sheet of full color cards.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 6 black and white laminated cards
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
featuring the covers of all.
That's really
It-
cool.
That's cool, man.
I never saw this before. you know?
That's really
No.
cool. That I got that X-Men 1 autographed at the convention, but that would look great with like a gold autograph on
Yeah.
there,
Oh,
the
yeah.
black and white.
Includes 2 additional ones, including the.
the pinup. Yeah.
This was
The
things
first appearance of Omega Red.
the things to come image,
Yeah.
and then the villains image.
That's
Those
badass.
2 pinups, man, were my favorite shit in the entire book.
You know, I was really hoping that one of these would like be signed or something, but it doesn't look like anything's signed. So at one point they bought this print set from who knows where, and
That's cool.
it's all beat up. I mean, it's got a nice little stain there on the bottom of it.
Yeah, I'll take it though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thought you might enjoy that.
Oh yeah, I love that kind of stuff.
That's cool. I'd never seen that anywhere.
I've never heard of that. Yeah, and it's interesting because it says 7 million sold when I think the final tally was over 8 million.
Well, back when this was actually published, maybe it was only. This
that's-
is 1991.
Right. So it was still selling when they. I mean, they must have
Hmm.
still been selling through.
Yep. Yep.
Golly, man. I'll never forget Rob Liefeld saying, like, proving, he said, if you want to know how dumb we were and how ignorant in business all of us were as the image founders, like Jim Lee and McFarlane and Liefeld and Larson and all those guys. He said, if you want to know how dumb we were in business, he said, do you understand what would have happened? He said, the number one book at the time, highest selling book of all time was Jim Lee's X-Men #1, right? And of course, Spider-Man, McFarlane Spider-Man was up there, and X-Force was up there, and all that. He said it didn't occur to a single one of us to do a 5-piece like a 5-piece cover like X-Men.
You gonna take me off highlight?
Oh yeah, I guess. He said it never occurred to us to just do 5 variant covers or 5 connecting covers.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what would have happened if there was like 5 connecting covers of like Spawn #1?
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
I would have bought 3 of each, like no question. Those guys would have 5 or 10x their money, like no question. They would have made 5 or 10x, and not a single one of them thought to do it, which is crazy to me. Like, oh my god! Like the minute he said that, I was like, yeah, that absolutely tracks. Like, not a single one of them was like, hey, the reason Jim made all that money on that book, the reason it's the #1 book is because there were 5 interconnecting covers and you had to get them all. Why don't we do that for my book? You know, crazy stuff. I love that. I love that lore. Like, it's just God, man, in some alternate universe they all made like $1 billion because they all did like interconnecting covers, like where the entire thing is one giant poster or something.
And the crazy thing would have been they would have been worth nothing now.
That's right. Well, they're still worth nothing now. So
No, there's still people out there looking for Spawn #1. I mean, there's still people that'll pay some money for it. And if you've got a really nice copy and it's graded, it probably can go for some money. But like in this collection I'm going through right now, there's a Wildcats #1 in here. You know?
And you're just like, whatever.
Yeah, it'll sell. Put a couple bucks on it, it'll sell.
Yeah, man. I'm very excited about the future. I really am.
All right, well, I assumed you were probably going to end on such a great thing that I offered.
I am. I just wanted to give it a little bit of breathing room because it was such an epic closing, you know?
I'm glad I could contribute.
Yeah. No, welcome back, Andrew. I'm glad you are back from your cruise. I'm glad you had a good time. I'm glad that you are retired and you haven't like jumped out a window yet, or like just make sure you have pants on before noon, man. You know?
Yeah. Let's take wagers on how long till he shifts to like just bathrobe and boxers.
Yeah, no, right. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But that's cool, man. That's awesome. Congratulations to you. You did your thing. You're out. You've got like the comic shop, which is fucking kick ass. I mean, you get to do stuff that you love, full time. I think that I mean, like, to me, that's like, you've got a home, you've got a family. That's like American dream level shit. Honestly, like truly, honestly, it is.
Yeah.
That's great.
The thing that's kind of crazy is the fact that we spent so much money in preparation for the wedding. Don't have any left. I literally, on the drive to the wedding, took the last $380 out of my savings account to give for tips to the people at the wedding. And
good to retire in another couple months where you could refill that bank account, could you?
Well, my wife was joking with my boss, my former boss, when he said, if you decide you want to come back, we'll gladly take you back, no questions asked. And my wife said, give him till October. So here my goal is to make it beyond October.
Well, yeah,
There
you
you go.
can do it, man. Look, you've got it. I mean, now you just what you need to do is you just need to. So, okay, final question, then we'll wrap up. When are you actually starting full-time comic production? The room is clean. You're back from your break. When are you starting the comic book?
Well, honest plan. My original plan was to set up my office so that I actually had drawing space, had cameras set up so I can actually record while I draw, so I can make videos for the comic channel.
Yeah.
The next major project is a revamp of the store, but that's not going to start till the second week in June. Because I'm going to have assistance for that, but he's not going to be available to the end of May, and I'm going to be in Missouri the first week in June for family vacation. So that big project will be the second week in June. So I have from now till I leave for Missouri to begin working on the comic stuff and the art stuff. But getting the room set up so I can be comfortable in drawing and actually working was step one, and I'm almost there. I've got, check this out. I went out and bought a little art tray for all my different size Sharpie pens and pencils and pens. So, I got a whole stack of new, Uniball pens in here and pencils. And one of my first projects is going to be, I think I originally said 100, but it'll probably be closer to 50, is to do 50 sketch illustrations of Hero.
Oh wow!
Get back into the groove of drawing him and having those, so that when I do finally have copies of the book that I'm going to sell, the idea was to include a free sketch with every book. So I'm going to get 50 sketches done, but I'm going to make that my first, get back into drawing project. And
I love that.
Take 50 sketches of Hero, and I'm not talking like details. Some of them I might go a little overboard on, but they're mostly going to be, just getting back into the groove of drawing the character, drawing him in different angles, different facial expressions, that type of thing, different camera views, and just get into the groove of that. And I'm going to turn that into something that'll be used in the future. These are not wasted sketches. These are not sketches I'm doing in a sketchbook that nobody's ever going to see. It's going to be positive creation.
That starts next week.
That starts that week. That starts on Monday.
All right.
Yep.
It's
So by the
your
time
new-
I
it's
talk
your
to you
new
guys,
job. You just got hired. Show up on time. Do the work.
that's right. That's right.
That's it.
And I've got to be available to take these scam calls because they're still coming left and right.
Well, now you have something to do in between scam calls.
Well, I considered doing like a live stream during the day of me drawing and then taking calls at the same time, but I can't predict
Yeah.
what scammers are going to say. And
Oh, yeah,
I try to keep my channels clean.
A little PJ, and they go a little freaky sometimes. So.
They do. I had one guy. I'll tell you afterwards because it was funny.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah.
Well, we'll wrap it up. I love it though, man. Congratulations again, brother. I'm really proud of you.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys. I love you. I'm proud of all of you. I'm proud of all of you guys.
Proud of you too, Todd.
Love you guys. Have a good weekend.
Absolutely.
Nerd Den makes me feel good. It gets me ready for the weekend and all that good stuff. And Dusty with his man chest, we're gonna.
Yeah. I'll see you all in the green room.
Anyway,
You know why we call it the green room?
why?
Now's when you're supposed to end the screen stream.
All right. Peace.